Yo, what is up everyone? This is ShadowFox140 reporting to you guys from UEMonthly, and you know what? Let's Mugen Chat. As long as you have known all of us, we have a certain slew of characters from the Tag Team Mugen, the Marvel Mugen, and other Mugens that you have so generously have donated to us. And as such, we always go for certain Mugen authors as well. I know that there is a lot of great Mugen authors in the Mugen making world, but I'm only going to name 5 because that's pretty much all I have time for. So without further ado, here are my 5 favorite Mugen authors. Okay, number 5 is going to be both SENNOU-ROOM and AKIRA. I actually couldn't really decide. It was actually a tie between these two, for the fact that their works are completely similar. They both have the palette selectors, where you can choose your own color. The character's playstyle is pretty much exactly the same, and you can configure the character so that said character can either be Marvelized or CVS style. I actually really enjoy both of these authors' works. In fact, my very first Mugen combo video was actually of SENNOU-ROOM's version of Hisui from Melty Blood, and I really enjoyed doing that video very much because of the actual combo potential that she had. It really made me want to do that video. Even though their methods are similar, these two have really made their mark. Kudos to you both. Okay, number 4 is going to be SHIN ZANKURO. A few years ago, there was a couple characters who I wanted to be Marvelized, and SHIN ZANKURO was actually the one who answered that call, and Marvelized quite a bit of characters, including my Darkstalker's waifu, Shenko, so that is why this author deserves a spot in this top 5. SHIN ZANKURO has, well, he's been one of my favorite Mugen authors for like a heck of a long time. I actually enjoyed using his version of Hibiki, and I actually, even though I was in the house, I was like all alone, so I could actually yell at any time I wanted. I actually loved doing that that playthrough, and it's still on the channel to this day. His own unique way of marvelizing certain characters had always had me wanting more. And did I mention what he did with Dan? The Ranger Moron. Fucking epic. Okay, number 3 is going to be the duo of BEXIMUS and GLADIACLOUD. And speaking of Marvelizing characters, the team of BEXIMUS and GLADIACLOUD really wowed the hell out of me with their characters. The work in progress Capcom universe is one of the prime examples of the magic that BEXIMUS can dish out. And he made every single character that I've tried there very outstanding and fun to play. And I've actually made a whole lot of Mugen combo videos from Capcom Universe. They are still on the channel if you haven't seen them already. And with GLADIACLOUD teaming up with them, their outstanding work with Jubilee, Michelle Hart, Pure and Fur, and Saki make it one of the greatest Mugen author duos ever. And I would love to see Saki make her way to Capcom Universe already. I just can't wait, but I actually don't know who he's going to add in next yet, but we'll just have to wait. Okay, number 2 is going to be DIVINEWOLF. I really enjoyed this person's work. With the exception of custom combo, this author gives his characters a nice blend of EX moves, super cancels, and combo potential. I especially love what he did to a lot of my favorite characters. In fact, some of my Mugen mains are actually made by DIVINEWOLF. Let's see, oh yeah, they are Mai, Kung Fu Girl, Yuka, Akuma, Blair Dame, Kula, Julie, Athena, and Tia. And that's just a fraction of my mains. It's like around 85% of his work is my Mugen mains in the Tag Team Mugen. Well, anyway, DIVINEWOLF's works are a personal favorite of mine. A very personal favorite, and that is why he is number 2. Okay, and at number 1 we have Mr. Infinite. Though some might disagree with me putting Mr. Infinite in the number 1 spot, the reason why I did this is because this author's works plays a special part of my Mugen experience. For one, his works are the reason why I got into Mugen in the first place. When I first saw Mugen, obviously I thought it was completely freaking ridiculous. The various versions of Ryu, Ken, and Akuma, the ones I'm talking about. that stupid looking Omega Tiger Woods and the Omega Tom Hanks, I think it was, and need I mention LK? Anyway, though it has gotten a little less wacky over the years, I still wasn't interested in it until I met up with Swagger Case after so many years. He then showed me the Marvel Mugen he was working on. You know, I was reluctant at first, but he was like, no, give it a try, it's good, trust me. And you know, I actually did give it a try. And after a couple of matches, I saw one of my favorite rival schools characters, Hinata, and I was like, wow, she's here too? And that actually really piqued my interest. He had then told me that this is Infinity Style Hinata. And I'm like, what the heck is Infinity Style? He was like, try her out, you'll see. And you know, the way Mr. Infinite made her got me hooked in like a freaking red snapper. I had to try his other characters, you know, and they were actually good too. And then I saw that he did SAK characters as well. And I love SAK characters, and you know what? That officially sold me. And I was like, you know, I want to make a Mugen of my own, and I'm going to put those characters in there. I wanted to put all of Mr. Infinite's work in there. Anyway, his combination of blending characters with Marvel style combat, front and back rolls, you know, being able to charge meter, and custom moves and custom supers all rolled into one makes for a hell of a time. But you know, even though my only wish is for him to give his characters push blocks, and you know, they really do need it, but you know, I still love using his characters. One character that I used a lot at the time was Dark Karen. She was addicting, she was very unique, she was fun to play. I loved doing her electric fireballs and her electric uppercuts, and the fact that she had a raging demon, yo, I was hooked. Anyway, that is why Mr. Infinite deserves to be at the #1 spot of my list. And that's pretty much my list of my top 5 favorite Mugen authors. Even though I've mentioned more than one, so it's not really a top 5 as much as it is a top 7. But anyway, those are my favorites. I mean, I know that there are other authors that I have not mentioned, but I only have time for 5. Maybe I'll probably do another 5 favorite Mugen authors, because I do have more favorites. But like I said, I only have time for 5. I've got to go now. So anyway, if you like this video, leave a comment below and leave a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, and heck, you can give me your favorite Mugen authors if you want. That's why the comment list is there. But anyway, until then, ShadowFox140 signing off, y'all. Peace!